Prime Minister Abe's reforms have gone a long way in kickstarting the country's economic growth in the past year, but there are some signs that there's trouble brewing. Japan's unemployment rate rose last month for the first time in nearly a year. Mike Firn explains why and what it will take to fix it.
Japan's jobless rate is rising, but there's more in the past 22 years. June, from 3.5% in May, there were 110 jobs for every 100 applicants. Economists match supply and demand. More women and elderly Japanese are looking for work. The most jobs are available in industries like construction, where companies are still looking to hire young male workers. The Dean of the Asian Development Bank Institute says Japan's economy will suffer unless employers change their attitudes.
In the past, Japanese society was male-oriented. However, there are many sectors female women required because the consumption, 50% of the consumption comes from female. And those needs of demands are lacking in Japan.
Fresh sources of domestic demand are vital for Japan's economy. Consumer spending accounts for nearly 60% of gross domestic product, and it's been falling since the government raised consumption tax in April. Household spending dropped 3% in June, with retail sales down 0.6%.
It's no surprise that the consumers are still feeling to stay away from retail sales. They are still shocked by how high the price has gone up after the VAT hike. And then when you look at their wage growth, it's only rising by less than 1%. Job market data is basically solid, and people shouldn't be feeling fear on their job securities. So I think these improved confidence will gradually push Japanese private consumption higher.
Okubu says the drop in consumer spending from April through June probably means that the economy contracted by as much as an annualized 6% in the second quarter. But he says recession is avoidable. He expects a recovery in the current quarter, with GDP growing by around 2.5%. Mike Firn, CCTV, Tokyo.